It was 3 a.m. Caracas went completely dark, a total blackout. No streetlights, no signals, no communication. Above the city, warplanes flew less than 30 meters above the ground, cutting through the night, passing between buildings like metal shadows. People opened their windows, some screamed, others ran into the streets. No one understood what was happening. Chaos on the ground. As the aircraft crossed the city, fighting erupted on the streets. Soldiers loyal to Maduro tried to respond, but everything was already lost. Communications were down. Orders never arrived. The clashes were short and brutal. More than 30 soldiers were killed in combat. Gunfire echoed between buildings. Sirens mixed with screams. Caracas was no longer asleep. The final raid. While the city burned with confusion, another operation was already underway. 3 a.m. Presidential Palace. Doors forced open. Silent corridors. Emergency lights flickering. No warnings. No speeches. The target was clear. The armored room. Maduro and his wife tried to escape. They ran through internal hallways, heading for the armored safe room, a chamber designed to resist any attack. The door was there, steel, a glowing keypad. Maduro was wearing a gray tracksuit, casual clothes of someone who never expected war that night. His hands were shaking. He never finished entering the code. The capture lights flooded the room. A calm voice said, "It's over. No shots, no resistance." Maduro was detained, along with his wife. The footage was fragmented, dark, incomplete, but enough to change history. Removed from the country. That same night, Maduro was taken out of Venezuela. No public statement, no official cameras. A plane took off silently. The man in gray was no longer president. The symbol of gray. In the days that followed, something strange happened. Gray clothing appeared everywhere. Tracksuits, t-shirts, replicas. It became fashion. It became a symbol. For some, mockery. For others, memory. For others, protest. The statement from America. Shortly after, now on U.S. soil, a public statement was made. Donald Trump appeared before the media. Brief, direct. It's over. Now justice will speak. The world was watching. After the message from America, the media took control of the narrative. Newsrooms filled with voices. Analysts spoke at the same time. Maps, timelines, leaked information. They explained what happened, how it happened, and why it was possible. Slowly, piece by piece, the story that had been hidden during the night began to surface. This was not chaos. This was preparation. Morning came. Sunlight touched the streets of Venezuela as if nothing had happened. But everything had changed. People woke up, checked their phones, turned on the television. And that's when they heard it. The president is gone. Silence followed. Some people cried openly. Others stood frozen. Some refused to believe it. A country woke up without its president. In the streets, mothers crying, elderly people praying, young people arguing. For many, Maduro was more than a leader. For others, he was the problem. But shock was universal. No one expected this. Not like this. Not overnight. Behind closed doors, Maduro's inner circle was already reacting. Not mourning, not explaining, planning. They wanted answers. Who failed? Who spoke? Who opened the door? There was only one conclusion. There had been a traitor, the mole. They called him the mole. Someone inside. Very close. Too close. Not a random officer. Not a distant advisor. Rumors spread fast. He was family. He was part of the inner group. He knew everything. The details were terrifyingly precise. The number leaked first. 50 million. That was the price. For that money, the mole gave everything. Exact schedules, where Maduro ate, where he slept, which house he was in, at what hour, with whom. Nothing was guessed. Nothing was improvised. That's why the operation worked. The realization. As the information spread, one truth became impossible to ignore. This was not just a military operation. This was an inside job. The blackout, the timing, the low-flying aircraft, the exact moment. All of it pointed to one thing. Someone close had opened the door, back to the trial days. Later, back in court, Maduro addressed this directly. His voice was controlled, but heavy. I didn't fall. I was sold. By someone I trusted. He paused. This was not justice. This was betrayal. The courtroom remained silent. Final word. Open ending. Voiceover. A nation woke up without a president. A man sits in court, claiming innocence. And somewhere, a traitor walks free. Part 2. Who betrayed him